Right. Good afternoon. Okay. In last lecture, I was explaining about this menu called insert and how to insert an image. Right. Okay. By using that insert pictures option, we inserted this university logo. Okay. Let me arrange this contents or placeholders. Okay. I'll drag this down, and after selecting this placeholder, you can use the mouse to drag and place that mouse pointer, that's that placeholder anywhere that you want. And also you can use this arrow keys, left, right, and up and down. There are four arrow keys. You can use them to drag these placeholders and arrange them in any place that you want, like this. Just select it, then instead of click and drag, you can use the uh, set of arrow keys. Okay, I'll drag this down a bit, like this. Right. Okay, let's insert another picture. Okay, I'll insert this picture. Right. You can see that if you try to insert an image with a higher resolution or higher quality, it may cover the entire slide, right? Like this. Now you can see the other or the rest of the content. Right. Let's see how to resize this. That means how to change the size. Right. To change the size, you can use these anchor points or transform controllers. Right. You can see these eight transform controllers like this, right? And four on the corners and another four on the edges. And you can use them. And you know that in an image, if it is a kind of a natural image, now there's a ratio between this width and height. It is called aspect ratio, right? So when you're changing the size, or that means when you're transforming these images, you have to make sure that to maintain the that particular aspect ratio or the ratio between width and height, right? And if you use these four transform controllers, which you can see on the edges, right? If you use them, it may distort the aspect ratio, right? Like this, right? So don't use those four. Use these four, which are available on the corners, right? Like this. So to transform the image, you have to click and drag. If you want to increase the size, you have to move the mouse pointer away from the image. And to decrease the size, you have to move the mouse pointer to the image, right? Like this. Then after, if you feels like it is the size that you want, then you can release the mouse click. Then you can drag and you can place anywhere that you want, right? Like this. Yeah, I'll reduce the size a little bit more. Okay, right, like this. And you can align it to these edges of the slide, like this, and you can see these kind of they are called guidelines. Oh, okay, yeah, something like that, to help with aligning these objects, right? And with the help of those features, you can align this image or whatever the object that you are going to align with the slide or the content, right? Let's say now when I drag upwards, you can see another guideline, right? Or a grid line, right? It shows now the top of this image is aligned with the content or the text, right? If I drag downwards, right, it says now it is kind of the middle point is aligned with the middle point of the uh, horizontal middle of the slide, right? And if I drag downwards, now it says it is aligned with uh, the bottom line and the right hand edge, right? Like that, you can place this image anywhere that you want, right? And uh, after inserting an image or any other object, right, you can see this kind of context, it's called contextual, right, menu, right? Now if I click on this placeholder, right, I'll click on an empty space, right? Now you can see the default set of menus are available, and if I click on this placeholder, now you can see a new menu called format will be displayed or appeared, right? Like that, with respect to the object that you have selected, a set of features or options will be available in this new menu, right? Right, like that, by using that menu, now I have selected this placeholder. Now it is a kind of a shape, right? So here in this menu, you can find a set of options that can be used for formatting this particular drawing or shape, right? You can add the shape fill, right? A fill color, and you can add an outline, some effects, right? Like this. If you want, you can format this placeholder, treating it like a shape, right? And also by using these options, bring forward, send backward, you can arrange the order, right? And let's say uh, now I think this one, this particular image is on top of this particular sorry, placeholder which you have inserted the text, right? If you want to move this to the back, right, then you can select send backward, right? Or if you want to bring an object to the front, then you can use bring forward, right? Okay, like that, let's see what are the features available after inserting an image. Now we have inserted an image like this, right? Select the image, then you can see the format menu. You can see this label picture tools. That means it is tools which you can use for formatting an image or picture, right? And let's see, you can remove the background. I can't assure that it is kind of effective, 100% effective, right? Now you can see if I select remove the background, now you can see uh, it hasn't detected this particular part as the background, right? Like that, there are some sort of uh, there are some sort of uh, uh, disadvantages or uh, small features that does not work properly. So in that case, you may have to use another application like Photoshop or something to remove this background and select the object and convert it into a PNG in a way that it has a transparent background. Then you can insert onto the uh, slide, right? Something like here, right? Now you can see in this university logo, there are some sections like this in color white, right? To remove it, it is not, let's use it. Now you can see the outer line, outer border of this logo is also selected as the background. So you can see there's a kind of a problem, right? And you can change the colors, right? Here you can see a set of color effects, right? If you want to change it into another from the default color set, you can use this menu. And let's say if you want to add an artistic effect, right, like this, just try it after inserting an image and go through just from here and there using these images. And also you can apply some picture styles. You can add a border, right? There's a list of these kind of effects, right? You can add one of them, right? And let's see, uh, by using this one, you can change the color of the border, right? And there are some other effects, right? Like adding a shadow, a reflection, glow, and also layout, right? Let's say you have an image, you want to add something onto that image, you can select these layouts like this. Yeah, I select this one. Here you can see how it changed. Then you can click on edit text, or you can click here and you can type a text like this. And after that, you can see another set of uh, tools or menu will be appeared like this to format that particular layout. Right. Okay, I'll undo it to use this picture tools or format menu with reference to the image. Right. And also you can rotate this image by using this particular tool. Now right here you can see this curved arrow, right? Click on it, then you can rotate it like this, right? Otherwise you can use this option called rotate. You can see these four options, right? And you can rotate 90 degrees clockwise and counterclockwise by using this one. And you can flip. Flip means you can change the left into right, right into left, and you can see these two options which enables you to flip vertically or horizontally. Right. And by using this more rotation options, you can type an exact value, right? In this rotation, and also you can change the width and height to an exact value, right? Or you can use this percentage. You can see here the label scale height and scale width. And instead of a value, you can type a percentage. If you want to reduce the width or height by 50%, you can simply type it, right? Then to rotate by an exact value, you can type it here, right? Let's and this option, and also these two to adjust the width and height, right? If you want to type an exact value, just type here. And let's say something like we are going to insert an image. That means one for each and every slide. We are going to insert one image for each and every slide, right? So we have to keep them. It could be by the width or height. If you want to maintain the same width or height, then you have to you can use these two options. You can type an exact value, right? And this option crop. Crop means by using this crop option, let's say now we have this image, right? Now I only want this particular section which has this particular uh, this planet, right? I want to remove the background as much as possible. So we can use this crop option. Enable the crop option. Then you can see these kind of markers. Then you have to click on them. Then you have to drag like this, right? Okay, I drag this, and also I want to reduce the height like this, right? Now you can see the area outside the selected part is kind of darkened, right? That means they will be removed or cropped out, right? Only this particular part which you can see with the natural or default color will be available or will be visible, right? You can again click on this slide, then it will crop out, right? And also the rest will be available, right? They won't be removed. They are still available, but won't be displayed, right? Let's say if you want to uh, increase the area that is visible like this, right? You still can do that, right? And let's say, yeah, those are the options. And let's see this option. After applying all those things, let's say it seems like uh, it didn't go well. So you can use this reset picture, right? And also now you can see uh, the other formattings, they were gone or cleared out, right? And by using this option, reset picture and size, you can reset the picture, right? but still you can see that it enlarged, right? And also covering the entire uh, slide. Let me undo it. Okay. Okay, let's undo to apply the formattings. Right. Now this is the formatting that I want. Okay, I'll apply it. Right. Uh, Now let's see the other options available with insert menu. Right. And I told you new slide option is also there. And there's a table, right? If you want to insert a table, we use table to display a set of data or details in a way that now table is a kind of a structured method to display a data in a way that it is clearly visible, or in a way that the audience can get an idea or clear idea about those figures, right? So if you want to insert a table, uh, also you will be using, or you'll be learn how to insert a table in Word. Okay, let me insert a table. Okay, now here you can see this particular tool or button, right? It has only one part, right? That's why the entire icon is kind of highlighted, right? If I click on it, you can see this kind of a grid. And if you place the mouse pointer and you can drag it uh, downwards and to the right hand side, then by using that option, you can increase or decrease the number of rows and heights of this table that you want to insert, right? And obviously, after inserting the table, it can be customized by changing the number of rows and columns. And by using this option, you can also insert a table by typing the exact number of columns and rows. Also, you can use this grid. Right. Now this is the table that I want. It should have 3 columns and 4 rows. Then click. Now it will insert a table with the number of rows and columns according to that selection. And also it is also placed on a separate placeholder. Then you can click on it and you can drag this table and you can place it anywhere that you want. Then to insert, okay, let me insert that table. Okay, I'll delete it. Just select, if you want to delete a table, you can delete it by selecting and by pressing the delete key. Okay, I'll add another slide called university admission, right? Now, this is about the details or the number of students that have uh, enrolled to this university, to our university, right? So that particular set of data can be written in a kind of paragraph format or by using text, right? In this year, this is the number of students, total students enrolled, and in this year, the total number is this much, like that. right? So instead of that, we can insert a table, right, like this, and you can add column labels like this. Number of students, and also you can change the alignment. Just select the text, then go to home menu, then click on alignment options, then you can change the alignment. Then okay, let's say sun 2021, let's say okay, 5,000, okay, like this, and 22, right? And when you are entering data, you can use the tab key to navigate between these cells instead of inserting rows. Um, right, like this. And also I'll select the entire table. You can select it by placing selecting it as a by using this placeholder, right? Then I'll select center alignment. And also again you can see that after inserting a table, these two menus, design and layout, right? To format this table, there will be another two menus available, right? By using the design menu, you can change the appearance of this particular table, right? And also you can customize it by changing the colors, like these border colors, right? The thickness. And by using the layout, you can modify this table, right? By inserting new rows or columns, right? To insert a row, you can use this option, or if you want to insert a row to the below, you can simply use the tab key, right? In between two rows, you can use this insert above option, right? Like this. It will insert a row just above the place or the cell that you have selected or that you have placed the cursor. Right, then insert below to insert a row just below the cursor, and to insert a column, you can use insert left and insert right, right? Those rows and columns, they will be inserted according with respect to the place that you have placed the cursor, right? Or the cell that you have selected, right? So make sure that before selecting this these four options, you have to place the mouse pointer accordingly, right? And if you want to split these cells, right? Splitting cells which will be practiced, or will be you can learn it in the word section. Like that, if you want to make another custom table, right? You can split these tables, sorry, split these cells, not only one, a set of cells into multiple columns or multiple rows by using this option, right? After selecting it, let's say something like this one. Now this column, including these three cells, I want to split them into two columns, right? Then select all these three, then go to split cells. Then you can see number of columns. By default, it will have the number 2. If you want, you can increase it to the number of columns that you want. Then click on OK. Right. Now here in this section, now you have two columns. But the column heading, the main column heading, it is still a single column, right? Like that, you can customize a table, and you can adjust the width and height of the uh, table or cell. And also you can see this transform controllers. You can click and drag like this. And also by using these 6 options, you can let me increase the height. Okay, like this. Now you can see that if I increase the size, you can see these contents. They are aligned to the top of the cell, right? If you want to place it right to the center, then you have to use these 6 options, right? Here, left, center, and right. Here, vertically, top, middle, and bottom, right? If you want to align this right to the center, then it should be center line by using these 2 options, vertically and horizontally. Just click, right? If I place this one, it will align to the top. So this will align it to the bottom, right? And also you can see left and right. And you can change the text direction, right? Like this. And I think you may have seen tables with this kind of rotated text, right? Most of the time we have to use it if this particular width of that particular text, it doesn't fit with the if the size of the cell is less than the width of the text, then it is better to use these options, rotate 90 clockwise, these 2 options, 90 or 270, right? Then you can decrease the cell size like this, right, if you want. Then by using those kind of options, you can add more columns to insert more details, right? And here you can adjust the table size, right? This is for the cell size, right? Another arranging options to bring it forward, those and to back. Right. That is about the table. Okay, I'll insert another uh, slide. Okay, then I'll add this title calls okay, administrative structure. Right. Okay, let me save the file. Right. Before going any further, now I have a presentation that I have created. Right. Now, let's say I want to check whether this particular presentation is displaying properly, or I want to see a kind of a preview, right? For that, I can use these options. You have a slideshow menu to display the presentation, right? And also right here on this status bar, you can find this icon, slideshow, right? If you want to see the preview of a particular slide, then you can select that slide, then click on this slideshow option, right? Okay, let me change this option. Right. If you select that slideshow option, then that particular slide will be displayed in a slideshow mode. Right. Let's see the options available in this slideshow menu. And here you can see these options. If you want to display this slideshow from the beginning, you can use this option from beginning, right? You only have to is just click on it. Then the slideshow will be started from the first slide or the title slide, right? Then you can navigate in between slides using this keyboard or the mouse. Excuse me. Right. Back to the slideshow menu. Right. Then the next one is from current slide. That means you can continue the presentation from the slide that you have selected, right? Just like the button available on this status bar. Then present online option is there, and another option called custom slideshow. I'll explain it later. Okay, let's go to this one, setup slideshow. Right, this one, setup slideshow. I think you can see this dialog box. I think it is better to share the entire screen. Okay, let me share the entire screen. Right. Okay, setup slideshow. Now this is the dialog box. And from this dialog box, you can change the show type. That means how this particular presentation need to be displayed. Now this one, the first option, presented by a speaker. In bracket you can see full screen. That means by default the presentation will be enable this particular show type called full screen. Then if you click on that slideshow option or that icon available on the status bar, then the entire screen will be covered by the slide, right? And this one, browse by an individual, then within bracket you can find window. Let's say you want to display this presentation only on a part of your display, then you have to use this option, right? Let's say something like this kind of situation. Now you are doing a presentation, and also you want to read or refer the particular content or the notes that you have created to present, right? You have to open those files on the other half of the screen, right? So in that kind of a situation, you have to use this one, right? Otherwise, the entire screen will be covered by the presentation, right? Then it will be displayed on a separate window. Then you can adjust the width and height by resizing the window, right? And also here another set of options called show options, and you can set your presentation to run continuously. You have to enable this option. Let's say something like some set of details you need to be displayed on a screen, right? There is no presenter, right? Something like that I told you about this foreign exchange rates, right? So in that kind of details, there won't be any presenter, right? And now here, if you have created the presentation or set of slides, right? Uh, if you start the slideshow, then it will continuously, if you have set the automatic mode, then it will navigate through the present slides from one to the last. Then automatically the slideshow will be ended, or the last as the last slide, sorry, after the last slide, it will display a kind of a tooltip saying end of show, right? So there will be a black screen, right? Then again the presenter have to run it, right? To avoid that, if you want to run that presentation continuously as a loop, then you have to enable this option, loop continuously until ESC. That means it will run continuously until the user or any other person press escape key to end the show, right? And also the pointer color. If you want to use a pointer, then you can the default color is also there, right? Otherwise, you can change it to another color, right? And also this one, show slides. By using this one, you can customize the number of slides that need to be displayed, right? Now you can see by default, the option called all is selected. That means all the slides will be displayed. And let's say I want to display a range. Now I'm using an existing presentation, but I want to display kind of a kind of a set of sequence slides, right? From 5 to 8, something like that. Then you can mention the range right here, the starting slide and the end slide, right? And also beyond that, now this is a kind of a sequence. That means there's a starting point and end point. And if you want to uh, present by selecting slides from here and there without any sequence, then you have to create another presentation. In this presentation, it is called a custom slideshow, right? That means you can create multiple slideshows in a presentation by selecting all or any number of slides that you want, right? And after creating those kind of multiple slideshows, you can select it from here. Now you can see this right here. It is not enabled. It is disabled, right? The reason is I don't have an existing custom slideshows, right? And also here you can see advanced slides. Advanced slides means how to navigate between slides, how to navigate from one slide to another, right? The first option is manually. Manually means the user have to use, there are some options, I'll explain it later, to navigate between slides by using the mouse or keyboard, right? Also, there may be a kind of a remote controller available with the display device like projector. And also this option, you can set the timing. That means you can set a timer, and after if that particular timer expires, the next slide need to be it need to be advanced to the next slide, right? Now here you can see by default using timings if present, it is selected, right? That means manually or if there is timing, use that timing, right? And in your presentation, if you have set timing, but from here, if you enable manually, that particular timing won't be work, right? And also this option, multiple monitors. Multiple monitors means now you are using a computer, right? And that particular computer can be directly connected to a display device, monitor, and also by using a splitter, it can be connected to a another like projector, right? And also if it is a laptop, then in laptop you can see additional VGA port or HDMI ports, right? And all those devices, display devices that attached using those additional display ports, they'll be identified as secondary display devices. We can interchange the primary secondary display devices, right, by using another system settings, right? Let's say like that, if you have connected another display device, like another monitor, projector, like that, right, without using a splitter. Splitter means a separate device, right? It will enable us to connect multiple devices, but it is not connected to the system. It is just a hardware device, an external hardware device which enables you to connect multiple display devices, but it is not controlled by your computer, right? Now, if you attach another monitor by using the display ports available on your computer, then you have multiple display devices. Those can be managed or handled by the operating system, right? Then they will be identified as primary and secondary, like that, right? So from here, you can select what is the display device that you want to display the presentation, right? If you want to display it now, by default, the primary monitor is the monitor attached to your computer. And if another device is attached to your computer, a display device, by using those extra display ports, they'll be identified as secondary display devices, right? If you want, you can change them, right? So by after that, you can select from here what is the display device that you want to display the presentation, use for displaying the presentation, right? From here, you can change it, right? And also you can change the resolution depending on the VG options available. You can see the list of all the options available with the attached display device. You can select the resolution, right? Then if you have multiple monitors, then you can run the presentation on a separate display device, and you can use your primary monitor, right, without disturbing the presentation, right? You can open another application if you have a note or lecture note or whatever the content that you have. You can open them on your primary monitor, while on the secondary monitor the presentation is running, right? Okay, I'll enable this on only browse by an individual window, right? And okay, then let's start the slideshow from the beginning. Go to slideshow, then click on from beginning, right? Now you can see a title bar. If you enable that particular separate window option, then you can see this kind of a title bar. Otherwise, it will be on a full screen mode, right? Then to advance slides, that means to move to the next slide, you can use these options. You can use mouse click, right? If you click the mouse, the slide will be advanced like this. And also you can use these arrow keys, right? By pressing left arrow or up arrow, you can go to the previous slide, right? By using down arrow or right arrow, you can advance the slide, right? And also you can use this page down key, right? And space bar and enter key, right? And by using space bar and enter key, you can advance the slide. That means you can go to the next slide. If you want to return to the previous slide, you have to use page up or up arrow or left arrow, right? And also by using these two keys, home and end. By using the home key, you can go to the first slide, and using end key, you can go to the last slide. And also you can use right click options. It is not recommended, right? And if you right click on it, you can see these two options, next and previous. And also you can use this option to go to another slide, which is not the previous slide or the next slide. By using go to slide, Right click, go to slide. You can see the list of slides and you can select the slide. Right. Those slides will be labeled according to their title. Right. Now, right here, since these slides at the bottom from slide 9 to 11, since they don't have titles, they will be displayed as by using the sequence number, slide 9, 10, and 11. Right. Then zoom in option is there if you want to zoom a content. Right. And copy, edit slide, and full screen if you want to display on full screen mode. And if you want, you can end the slideshow by using this end show option. Right. Right click, then click on end show. Then you will be back on the PowerPoint interface. Right. And also you don't have to use these right click options. And to end the presentation, now I am the last slide. And if I press page down or down arrow, then you can see this kind of a black screen, end of slideshow, and click to exit. Then if you click or press any other key, you will be on the presentation, sorry, PowerPoint interface. Right. And also, let's say you want to abort the presentation, you want to end the presentation in the middle of the presentation. You can use this escape key. You can find this key on your top left corner, right? You can see the label ESC, right? Just press it, then you will be back on the PowerPoint interface. Right. By using those options, you can run the presentation to make sure that it is running or displaying properly. Right. Now, let's say a slide in the middle, right? Sorry, another one. Now, let's say to start the presentation, there's a shortcut key, F5, function key 5. If you press F5, you can start the presentation from the beginning. And also, if you want to start the presentation from a slide which you have already selected, you can use Shift F5. That means you have to press and hold the Shift key, then press F5. Then the presentation will start from the selected slide. Right? Yeah, like this. Right? Then escape to escape to end the slideshow. If you press F5, it will start from the beginning. Right? Yeah, this. Okay. Okay. I'll explain the other options later. Again, let's go to insert menu. Right. Now, since you have to check that your presentation or the content is uh, displaying properly on your monitor or the display device, you have to use this. You have to enable the presentation mode. So you have to use slideshow or those shortcut keys or these icons, right? Slideshow. Right. Let's get back to the insert menu. Right. Let's see what are the options available. We inserted a table, pictures, online pictures, then screenshot. Right. Now we use screenshot to insert a, uh screenshot. That means you already know the meaning of the screenshot. Now on this smart menu, you can capture a screenshot by using screenshot option or by using set of shortcut keys, and also with the computer uh, we can get a screenshot, right? And you can save a screenshot of your entire desktop by using Windows and print screen, right? On your keyboard, you can find a key called print screen, PRTSCRN, like that, right? And if you want to save your uh, entire screen as an image, you can use those two that shortcut key. Press and hold the Windows key, then press print screen key once, right? Then it will save the screen as an image. And here, if you click on screenshot, then you can see this option, screen clipping, right? Then it will minimize the PowerPoint interface, right? Then your screen will be kind of covered or masked by using this color pattern, right? Now you can see your mouse pointer just like a cross, right? And by using this option, you can mark an area. To mark that area, you have to click and drag, right? Like this. Then if you release the click, that particular area that you marked will be inserted as an image, right? Like this. Let's say something like, okay, this one. I'll delete this one and again to the screenshot, screen clipping. Now, let's say you want to get a screenshot of an existing window, something like this. Then you have to open that particular window on the background, right? Otherwise, you can't get the screenshot of that interface, just like this. Now, I was already open this browser and I was using the PowerPoint. Right after selecting the screenshot option, the PowerPoint application will be minimized and the rest will be displayed like this, covering with a mask, right? Then you have to mark the area, then it will be inserted, right? This will be useful for something like, let's say, if you are trying to uh, insert a content from a website. There are some websites, they have implemented some restrictions. That means you can't copy the content from that website, right? So in that kind of situations, you can use this option. You can get a screenshot and that particular content will be can be inserted as an image, right? And let's see the next option. Right, and you can create a photo album, right, and try it by your own. And if you want to insert a shape, right, you can see this kind of shape gallery, and you can insert a line, arrowhead, a set of rectangles, right? Normal rectangle, rounded rectangle, and also this one text box. If you want to place text on a place beside this placeholders, then you can use text boxes, right? And ellipse, triangle, uh, variations of uh, triangles, and these kind of shapes, and set of arrows, right? And these kind of uh, symbols of mathematical operations, and also the symbols which we use to draw a flow chart, right? And these kind of set of another symbols that you can use, stars and banners. Call outs means something like okay, this one, right? Right. Instead of typing a content, if you want to display it in a kind of an attractive way, right? Instead of a paragraph, you can use these shapes, right? Let's say uh, we have a kind of a character, right? He's kind of thinking on something, right? Instead of typing a paragraph, this particular person has an idea, right? We can use this kind of illustration, right? The person's image. Then we can add this add text onto this call out, right? This idea or her idea, right? By that, you can omit the kind of a paragraph. Then you can get some attraction, right? Let's see. And another set of shapes called action buttons, right? You can add some actions. That means by using these buttons, they have some default actions, right? Otherwise, you can use another things like, let's say, you have an image, right? A high resolution image. And if you insert it on a slide, then it will be kind of only on this full screen mode, but you can't, you can zoom the slide, but you can't get the advantage of that higher quality, right? So if you want to use an image, instead of inserting it onto a slide, it is better to open it as an image, right? So without disturbing the presentation, you can open an external file like an image, Word document, Excel, or any other file, right? By using uh, these buttons, right? You can add a button, then that particular file can be linked. Then on the presentation view, if you click on that button, that particular link file will be open, right? There's another way called hyperlink. It also can be used, right? I discuss about that later, how to insert a hyperlink, right? Then here you can see a set of icons, Will be available on kind of online gallery. That means it needs an internet connection. You can see this set of categories, right? Let's see. I want to find an icon related with education. Okay, right here. This is a set of default set of icons available, right? Uh, like you can select that icon. You can select multiple icons and click on insert, right? Then it will be insert. Now, just like an image, you can adjust the size, right? And also you can see this format menu. Let's say I can change the color like this by formatting options. Okay, back to the insert menu. And you can add 3D models by using file or by using online sources. Right now, this is the gallery. You can select an available 3D model and you can insert it onto the slide. Right. Okay. This one, smart art. This is a kind of structure which is created by collecting multiple shapes, right? And by using this smart art, uh, just like making an illustration by combining a set of images or shapes. Now here in this smart art, you can find a collection of smart arts that can be used to represent some sort of information, right? Now, if you go to that interface, you can find this set of smart art, and also you can see this list of categories, right? And by default, actually, first after all, the first category is also named as list, right? Okay, I'll select this one. If you click on all the set of smart arts will be displayed. And if you click on a category, only the smart arts available under that category will be displayed. Right. Now, by using this list, instead of typing a list by separating it using those bullets or numbers, we can insert it into a kind of this kind of a structure, right? By using this, we can get a kind of an attraction, right? Instead of reading a paragraph, right? And to type a list, you can use this set of smart arts, right? Then let's say process. Process means a kind of a list of steps, right? Instead of typing it as a list, we can use this kind of structures, right? And you can see by default, they have only 3 steps, but we have the flexibility to expand it by or advance it by using additional steps, right? I can see by adding 3 steps, can do a single product or something, right? Now from this list, you can select whatever the structure that match or smart art that match with your content, and you can insert it. Okay, something like this, right? Let's say I want to explain something. By combining these, we can get this output, right? So we can use this kind of a smart art, right? And in these three structures, sorry, shapes, right, we can add those components or raw materials, right? And right here, we can type the output or the expectation. Can be material or immaterial, right? But you can use this illustration, right? And cycle, a kind of a cyclic process, right? Let's say something like carbon cycle, water, right? Data processing cycle. And to illustrate that kind of information, instead of typing it as a list, we can use this smart art, right? And hierarchy, if you want to add a kind of flow or right, for it's called hierarchy. Let's say this one, sequence of stages. Yeah. Then relations, matrix, pyramid, let's say energy pyramid, something like that, right? And also you can add a picture. Instead of just adding the picture, you can insert it into this kind of a smart art. And in these shapes, you can add those related information, right? And additional set of smart arts. Right. Okay. Now here in this slide, I'm going to insert the administrative structure of the university. Now for that, I have to use this hierarchy. Now, why do I have to use this hierarchy? Because there's a kind of administrative levels, right? To represent or to explain it, we can use this hierarchy smart art. Okay, I'll use this one, and there are some uh, okay, with some additional informations. There are some we can insert images too. Okay, I'll use this one, first one, then click on OK. Right. Now, this is the default layout, and we can customize it. Okay, first let's go to this contextual menu. We have two, design and format, right? By design, we can change the layout and we can change the color, and by formatting, we can add shape style and word art style to format the text, and we can apply text fill, right? Okay, let's see. Now let's go to the design menu. Right. Now I have selected the placeholder of this hierarchy. Okay, I'll adjust the size. I want to reduce the height in a way that this title is visible. Okay, go to the select the placeholder. Then from here, you can see right to left, left to right. Like that, you can change the position, right? And if you click on these shapes, right, like this, now you can see right here, some features will be activated, right? You can move from right to left, right? You can add this one, right? You can change the layout, right hanging, left hanging, both, right? Standard, the default mode, right? Both. The shapes will be distributed along a center line. And if you want to use left hanging, all the shapes will be on the left, and right hanging to the right hand side, right? Like that, you can change the layout in a way that it matches with your content, right? But in my need, I need this standard layout, right? Okay, let's add contents, right? Let's say we have a chancellor, right? Now, below that position, though it is a kind of honorary position, below him, we have another position called vice chancellor, right? To insert that, we have to add another shape, right? To customize this structure, to add some additional shapes, you have to select these shapes, and you can see this option, add shape, right? And after selecting a shape, you can add another uh, uh, in a perspective of to the selected shape, right? Now I have selected this shape, and if I click on if I go to the options available under this add shape, and you can see add shape after, before, above, below, and add assistant. Assistant means this one. Now these are the shapes below this shape, right? Okay, I'll add the shape below, right? Now what happened? It will add a shape to the below level, right? Okay, again I'll select this one and go to add shape. And to add another level, you have to use these two options, right? Add shape before, that means a level below this one. Add shape above, a level above this selected shape. Okay, click on this one. So to the same level, it will be at the shape to the same level and above. Okay, it is better to add the shape above and interchange these two text. Okay, let's see to add another. Sorry, add shape after. No. Okay, add shape before and after. It will add a shape to the same level and above, below. Below this one. Now, according to my requirement, Actually, I have to remove these two to add the vice chancellor. And also you have to remove this one too, right? Instead of that, I can easily do that by adding uh, another one above, right? I'll add this chancellor label to the topmost one. And after adding a shape, you may have to use this option, which is available on right click, called edit text, before inserting a text, right? And to this one, I have to add vice chancellor, right? Then let's change the layout to standard. Okay, let uh, DPUT vice chancellor this, right? Below them we have deans, right? And also I'll include the directors. Then we have registrar and bursa, right? Though they are not parallel post, right? I have to insert them just like this. Okay, right. Under the deans and uh, the directors, we have another set of staff like, say, HODs, head of the departments, and below them we have lecturers and other staff, right? And under registrar, we have to add a shade below. We have deputy registrars, CRs, then AR, right? Uh, Below them they have another hierarchy. Okay, Bursa. Below Bursa we have the deputy bursars, SABs, and ABs, right? Okay, like that, we can create a hierarchy in a way that it will explain something clearly to the audience instead of using a paragraph, right? And with the help of this set of smart art, you can select a matching structure or smart art, then you can use it, right? This is the administrative structure. Okay, I'll insert another slide. Now, in this slide, I am going to insert a chart. Chart means kind of a graph, an illustration. Instead of inserting a set of data in a table, to identify some additional details, and in a way that kind of get an idea by comparing those set of details, we can include or we can draw a graph by using those data, right? Okay, I'll say title like graph, right? Then I can go to insert menu. Then I can click on chart, right? Let's see what are the chart types available, right? You can insert a column chart, line chart, and pie chart, bar, area, and let's say scatter, right? You can see a kind of a large collection of charts, and you can select one of them in a way that it will represent your data properly or illustrate your data properly, the variation, the distribution, the behaviors of that data properly, right? Okay, I'll select this one. After selecting a chart type, it will insert a chart with a set of sample data, right? Then we have to customize it, or we have to format it according to our preference by changing the values, the number of columns and rows. Like, let's say, okay, I want to draw this graph in a way that it will display the number of students available in our faculties. Okay, students in faculties. Right. Now here, uh, in this graph, you can see three columns, right? Three separate columns, right? Now they are to represent in this, now here, after inserting a chart, you can see this kind of a data sheet, right? Now this is the graph and this is the data sheet. And you can change these values and press enter. Then you can see the height of this particular column will be changed according to that, or will be adjusted, right? Now, if you change these values, I'll type 4 right here, and let's say 7 right here, right? Now you can see when I change these values, I change these three values 5, 4, 7 under this category 1, and under series 1, series 2, and series 3. Now you can see the effect was applied only for this particular section, right? Which you can see these three columns under this category 1. That means this particular column, it will represent a series, right? This is the first column, second column, the values related to third column, like that, right? Let's say I want to reduce the number of columns, then I have to delete, right? And also, instead of deleting, I can use this method. Just select the placeholder of this chart. Then you can see this kind of a selection, right? And go to that selection. Then you can increase or decrease this selection like this. You only have to increase or decrease the selection by click and drag on these markers, right? In your section called Excel, You will learn how to increase or decrease the selection on a data sheet, right? Right. Like that, we can increase or decrease the number of series by changing the selection, right? Okay, I want to decrease it to one column and this one. And as the category, I want to type the faculty like this, right? And as the series, I want to mention the total number of students, right? Now you can see when I change these labels, they will be uh, visible on this graph or chart, right? Let's say in faculty of arts, we have about 4,000. In HS, like 1,000. In agri, 900. So 900. In dental, 500, like that. Right. Now, uh, now I only inserted 4 faculties. Now, if I want to add more, then you have to expand this selection along these rows, right? Then you can type the values, say like engineering, let's say 600, then management, let's say 500. Right. Like that, you can keep on adding the other records. Then you can close this data sheet. Then that set of data will be displayed. Now you can see this scale. It will be adjusted according the number of, the data set, according to the distribution of that data set, right? Earlier it was 1, 2, 3 like that. Now we have 4,000, 4,500 like that. Made by, oh, by 500. Right. Then if you select the placeholder, you can see these two, design and format. By using these, you can change the design like this, right? And also you can format those shapes right here, right? And also let's say I want to change this shape according to the respective color of that faculty, right? Okay, I think arts, it is okay. Let's say HS, it is, I think this color, sorry, like this one, agree, it should be green, okay, like this one, or this one, right? Like that, you can change the colors independently, right? But you have to select that shape, right? And in sometimes if you click one of them, you can see the entire set of columns will be selected. And if you select a fill color, then they'll be applied to the entire set of columns, right? To format them separately, you have to select them one by one, right? Just click on one of them, then you can see all of them are selected. Then click again, then only that particular column that you selected on will be selected, and you can format it, right? And also, let's say I want to add some additional data, then you can see this plus sign. Sorry, by using this, you can add some additional components like axis titles, data labels, data table, right? Let's see how to add some additional set of data. For that, you have to right click on this chart, then go to edit data, then click on edit data, right? Then the data sheet will be displayed. Then you can customize it by adding more rows or columns or by deleting them. Say medicine, say 600 or something. And so we have, did I add science? Oh, no, science, let's say 700. With, let's say 500, right? Like that, you can add those additional set of data, then close this data sheet. And also you can check the options available. You can change the chart type. You, let's say I want to change it into a line chart like this. Okay, now like that you have to select the chart in a way that it will express themselves, the set of data that you have used to draw that or to create that chart. Let them express themselves, right? Now here, instead of the set of numbers which can be included in a table like this, they will explain or they will express their values. We can compare the population, right? We can get an idea, right? Okay, let's see what are the other options available. We can add a comment or text box. I told you that we can, if you want to add some additional text, you can do that by using text box. And if you click on it, it won't insert a text box. You will get this kind of cursor. Then you can click or you can draw. Right? Uh, let's go to the insert menu again. Let's click on text box. Now instead of click, I can click and drag. Then like that, you can mark the area that you want to insert the text box and you can type the text. Then it will fit the size according to the width to height of the paragraph or the text, right? And also you can format it separately. Just select it and go to home menu, then change the font size or whatever that you want to change, right? You want to delete it, just select the placeholder, click on delete. Okay, back to the insert menu, right? And by using this one, header and footer, if you want to add a common header or footer, you can use this option, header and footer. Then here you have to enable them. By using a footer, you can add your name or the name of the organization, right? And in addition to that, you can add the slide number in a way that you can identify the sequence number, right? And here you can get a preview and what is the option that you are going to add. Okay, I'll type here IT Center OS. Okay, I'll add UOP or UPDN. And if you want to add the date and time, you can enable it. And also you can add the fixed date, or you can uh, enable it to update automatically. Right. Right. If you enable the fixed date, then you have to type, or you can type the date that whatever the date that you want. And if you click on update automatically, then the current date will be displayed, right? Then you can click on apply this option to the current slide, or if you want, you can obviously most of the time after change this one, you have to apply to all the slides, right? Then you can click on apply to all. And also if you don't want to display these details on the title slide, you can exclude it by using this option, don't show on title slide, right? Then click on apply, right? Now you can see on this current slide, you can see the header and footer, right? I'll go to the header and footer dialog box again, and I'll click on apply to all. Then at date, footer, slide number, you can see on all slides, you can see those details, right? Except the title slide, right? And you can add them separately by using these options, date and time and slide number, right? Or you can use this header and footer and enable them from that dialog box, right? And if you want to add an equation, right, you can use this equation. And how to build an equation will be covered in the Word lecture. Right, and you can add a video clip by using this option, and audio clip, and also you can insert a screen recording. That means uh, you can insert a screen recording, then it can be recorded later, right? I can see if I click on screen recording, you will get the interface to do the recording. Right, then it will be automatically inserted as a media clip, right? And if you insert video, you can find an online video or a video clip on your computer, right? Okay, I'll use this one. Select that video clip, then click on insert. Right, and then just like an image, you can increase or decrease the size, right? Then you can right click on it, then you can see these options, trim, right? And if you want to trim means you can remove some additional parts. You can insert only a part which is necessary, right? Or otherwise you can do it by using a separate application like Adobe Premiere or something like that, or you can use this uh, PowerPoint interface, right? You can mark a starting point on this seek bar, right? And if you know the starting time and end time, you can type them, right? Then click on OK. Then only the trimmed part will be displayed. You can click on play, right? Then you can check whether it is playing properly, right? Okay, I display it on the slide. This is how it displayed. Then to run it, you have to click on this play button, right? And let's see the other options. Uh, let's say after navigating to this slide, it need to be played automatically. Then you can enable it by using these options. Right click and right here you can see start option, right? In click sequence means you have to click on it. If you want it to play automatically, then click on automatically, or you can click on when clicked on, right? Okay, like that you can insert a video clip. Okay, I removed it to reduce the file size. Okay, I click on save. Okay, let's stop for today and let's meet on next lecture or the last lecture. And hope you don't have any questions. If you have, you can send through the WhatsApp, right? Okay, I'll end the lecture. Okay, thank you and good night.